Hello, my friends. It's Bradley J., longtime Boston broadcaster and maybe your pal. How do you do? Oh, geez, I didn't turn on all my lights, and it still looks pretty good. Everything's going my way today. Oh, look at that. Whoa! So, first, you may notice I'm wearing two bandanas. I'm the king of two bandanas. I'm actually the king of all bandanas. I've I wear bandanas more than anyone. Here's how much. They wear out. This is from the stubble on the top of my head. The reason I'm here today is I'm going to show you how to beard like a pro. It really irritates me when people take nouns and make verbs out of them, but I'm going to do that now. A beard is generally a thing, but I'm going to make it a verb. You're going to beard. Nice bearding. I'm going to show you the tools I use. Now, you might say, Bradley J., your beard doesn't look that great today. Well, that's because I haven't done anything with it for days. But when I do tomorrow, probably it'll look sharp. Here's how I know how to do it. I watched some videos, but that was, I don't know. That wasn't for me. So I started going to a professional barber named Nettie. She left, and she went so far away that it's a pain for me to go. But when she used to do it, I used to watch what she did. I kind of learned how to do it, and I have some tools here. I've been experimenting a lot. I have three tools that I'm going to share with you. And if you want to have a real pro beard, I'll show you how to do it. Before I get started, I want to remind you that I do a radio show on WZBC 90.3 on Mondays. And if you can't listen live, it's on Mixcloud. And also, a new video coming out. There's a group called Stellafane Amateur Telescope Makers. And there's this group of really wild folks who are kind of geniuses, and they make their own telescopes. Crazy, big, giant ones, little ones, travel ones, steampunky ones. And I was invited by my physicist astronomer friend to go to this Stellafane Amateur Telescope Makers Conference. And I shot some video, and I'm working on it. It's almost done. I used my gimbal, and I used my wireless microphones for the first time together. So that's pretty good. What else? Oh, yes. I don't know if you like cocktails, but here's a suggestion. If you go to the market, get some cherries, and then take a mason jar. Actually, have you ever seen a cherry pitter? It's the most amazing kitchen gadget. It's cheap. You put the cherry in, you squeeze it, and it shoots the cherry pit right out. Couldn't believe it. Works almost every time. Anyway, take some cherries, get the pits out. You don't really need to take the pits out, but I would if I could. In the mason jar, and then you put your Manhattan ingredients in the mason jar and let it set for a couple of days. Delicious Manhattan, no ice. Whoa. That's good for what ails you, as they used to say in New Hampshire. It's good for what ails you. A couple of other sayings before I get into the beard. You cut a fat hog today. That means you got a lot done in New Hampshire. Boy, I cut a fat hog today. That's a real saying. And another one, on a day like today where it's too hot to be out, "'Tain't fit for man nor beast." That was also a saying. It ain't fit for man nor beast. They shortened it to "'Tain't fit for man nor beast." All right, let's get into the razor thing. I have a million tools. You know, life's too short for a cruddy beard. I have, this is a bonus. This is for the head. I'll tell you about that. I told you I was going to share that with you. There's this, and there's this. First, let's talk about shaving the head. I've searched around. I bought a electric head shaver It was terrible. It was a bad investment. It was a waste. I hated it. It was a waste of my money. I pretty much gave up, and I just used to use clippers to get my hair pretty close, but not really shaved. But then I located this thing called a head blade. Can you see it? It's weird. You wouldn't think it would work so great. It goes in your finger like that. Actually, it goes the other way. Goes your finger like that. And this little knob here, I think it has a roller. It kind of keeps the angle just right. So you're not going that way too much or that way too much. It is, I hate to admit it, but it's fantastic. This one cost $15, $15. And it looks like pretty much a standard. It's not, but it kind of looks like regular triple blade here. And the replacement blades probably about the same as a replacement razor. You know, a new disposable razor, but when you throw it away, you're only throwing away this blade part. Oh, and it's kind of spring loaded here. I don't know, it works. I use it in the shower, shampoo, and then I use a shaving cream called Proraso, Prorassao, I think. Proraso. It looks Italian to me. It's got Italian colors on the tube. So this is the head blade. Never really cut myself with it yet. And it's, whoa, works great. So there's that. Now, into the how I do my beard. So I do as a standard, for part of it I use a standard wall trimmer with a number 1 half blade, a number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Now, I like to make it short right on the sideburns, like half, and gradually get longer. So it's half, and then a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. 4 here because I want it long. And then I'll comb it out and take the bare blade with no guide on it and go. I go one pass, just, and then and then maybe here just a little, and you're done with that part. For the neck, I got this. This is an Injector Razor. Anybody remember Injector Razors from the 60s? The way it works is you have this little pack of razor blades, single edge razor blades, and there's a little slot in the razor, and it goes right in the slot. I'm not going to do it now because this is a good blade still. It goes in like that, and then you go, and it pushes the new one in and the old one out. And I like it because it's old school, and this is called by Parker. It has adjustable aggressiveness on it. The space here is adjusted by this wheel. The space opening is adjusted by the wheel. I keep it on 1. I don't want an aggressive one. So this I only use for the neck. I won't do it now. I only use this for the neck. I could use it for the line up here of the beard, and I may, but I don't. And the real key to looking sharp, it turned out, was what the barber did with the straight razor. The Nettie, my ex-barber, I got this. So this was about $30, but you know, it's cool. It's worth it if you got $30. Now here, it's also made by Parker. Is a straight razor-like thing. You see it? Now this is called a shavette, or a regular straight razor. This part right here is all blade, all the way back, so you can cut your head right off. With this, there's only maybe a 1/16 32nd of an inch of blade showing. And what you insert, how it works is you insert a blade in here, like a kind of a razor blade goes in there, and you close this down, and so you don't have to sharpen it ever because it's a razor blade, and you use it, and when it's dull you replace it. And what I do is I take the Pro Raso shaving cream, face is a little wet, make a lather here, there and there, just there, and you can, my beard's long enough now so I can see the line, and then very carefully do the line with a straight razor. Because if you just, I don't know why it works better, it just does. You just go carefully, carefully. I don't go lengthwise because I don't know, I just do like that. A key to beards is don't chase symmetry. Don't try to get it perfect because you're going to go little here, little, and you're going to go crazy and you're going to end up shaving it all off. We've all done that. Don't do that. John Graham, I took your suggestion, John. Manhattan, my Manhattan project. It's got it's been soaking in cherries in a mason jar, and it's delicious. And this is a cocktail you'd have to pay $17 for in a restaurant. I'm just not down with that. Could I afford it? Yeah. But I feel like, no thanks, man. That's just not me. I enjoy frugality. What's the difference between frugality and cheap? Well, I'll tell you. I figured out how to define it. When I go to my dive bar, I'll get on a big drinking day. I'll either get 2 or 3 beers. A big day would be 3. I go to my place. Can you put a couple on ice? I get a Narragansett. $5, which is too much, but it's not $15. So I'll get 3 of those, and that's only $15. My day of entertainment is only $15. That's the frugal part, but I leave a $10 tip, a 66% tip, I think, right? Yeah. So that's not cheap. So I'm frugal but not cheap. So for those of you who said I was cheap, bleep off. That's the difference. Hold on. So there you go. Now, again, my beard, it's not bad. And if you haven't thought about having a beard, think about it. Because a dude, if you're getting older, your face is going to get all sagged out. It's going to start to suffer. But with a beard, you can keep your face the same forever, pretty much. Who knows what's going on down below here? It's probably ugly, but you're lucky as a man in the society because men can have beards. Or, yeah, yes. Or there are some of us who can have beards. I'm not going to get into the gender thing. And you should take advantage of that because you can manicure your face. Not only does it cover up your complexion, but you can have your face shaped any way you want. If you have it a little long here, it makes it look like you got high cheekbones, and you go down narrow here, it makes your face look narrow. One thing that I don't like about my beard is this white line here. But it's weird, right? It's white here. And my mustache is not white. Some idiot one time asked me, why did I color my mustache brown and not my regular beard? I didn't answer him. That's just too dumb. So there you go. The real key to having the sharp beard is to draw the beard line with a straight razor. This is about $35. Some really nice shaving cream, and that's Pro Raso stuff. Whoa, it's fantastic. Now, I'm trying to be efficient about it all, right? Because I don't like leaving the cream on my face because it kind of seeps into my... I don't like it. I like to get it off. So I'm trying to figure out the best. I think the way to do this is before a shower, do this part right here and get that line. I like my line straight. I don't like it curved. I like it straight. That's before the shower. Then in the shower, after washing my head a couple times, do the head shaving. Then I actually use a beard shampoo, specific beard shampoo. I should have brought it out for you. And I don't know if that's necessary, but it feels like it. A lot of shampoos kind of have conditioner in them. This beard's all bushy when I'm done with that shampoo. So I think beard shampoos might actually be worth it. And then, so this before the shower, then head in the shower, and then after the shower, the neck with the Pro Raso. Because I don't mind. I don't know why. That's how I'm going to do it. Then after the beard is dried, after the beard is all dry and it's fluffiest, then brush it out and then do the clipping part. And what I do is I'll put something in the sink, like a couple paper towels, to get the whiskers, because you don't want them going down the sink. It's nasty. And so the hairs fall in the paper towel. So I do it shorter here, gradually longer. A 1/2 guide here, a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 4. I don't like it coming around like that roundy. I like it to be sharp. So at the end, I take the clippers with no guide on it, just the naked clippers. Just go once here, and once here, one time. If it's not perfect, leave it the hell alone. And then you can either have a super point, or you can do one thing here. And I just feel like $1 million when I get done. It's good for your head. It's good for your brain. It's good for your self-esteem. Just to look sharp like that, it matters. And it must suck to be I'm an older, mature woman, because there are a lot of together women over 55 and over 60. They could go out to a bar and they kind of keep it together. I'm talking about Sally O's. There used to be a thing, kind of a boomer dance party. I definitely remember the women looked pulled together. The men couldn't even be bothered to have gotten a haircut or shave. They look like crap. And I don't know why. It's this white privilege for men to think, or male privilege, excuse me, for men to think, you know what? The girls need me. I don't need to look good. And I saw this poor women dancing with this just unkempt guy. I think, come on, dude. Put a little effort into it, right? Shave a little bit. Coif a little bit. Get a haircut. A splash of aftershave. Put on a clean shirt, not some stupid, rumpled t-shirt. Get a shirt that fits. For crying out loud. So men, let's pull it together. Am I done here? Yeah, pretty much. I can't shave now because I've had too many drinks. Careful up here with that razor blade. Don't be like waving it around, because your eyes, as you may have noticed, is right there. I'm going to put all this stuff away and get to making music. Do I have a question here? Then you take the old blade and put it... Oh, wow. No. I don't know if my cabinet... Oh, I don't have a medicine cabinet. That's why. I remember that. That's right. Isn't that weird? Archaeologists in the future will go and dig up bathroom, go through houses. They'll find this massive thing of old razor blades and wonder, why was this? Why were they these razor blades? John Graham says, always stay sharp. Have some pride in your appearance. You're sharp. Thank you. I haven't always been this way, but now I'm into it. And it's a very cheap thing. It's not like I'm going and getting $100 haircut. You know, I paid for my straight razor once, $35. This, $35. Wall clippers are crazy cheap. And the head blade, $15. I don't want to like it, but it's crazy effective. Now I got to get back to, I'm making a movie about as I told you, about the Stellophane. It's called the Stellophane Amateur Telescope Makers Convention that I went to in Vermont on top of this hill. And I'm working on a new song for Bridgebender, my band. And I need to start preparing already for Monday's radio show on WZBC, WZBC 90.3. These are some of the best radio shows I've ever done. And if you aren't able to hear them in real time, then they're on Mixcloud. The show is called Ignore the Machine. Do this. Do me a favor. Go to Mixcloud. Just Google Mixcloud and search Ignore the Machine. That's the name of the show. It'll pop up. Follow me there, okay? And they're free. 2-hour shows. Killer. And they're highly curated. They're tight, informational, not a lot of blabbing, no filler music. Joe will tell you. John will tell you. Facial Club for Men. Facial Hair Club. Not only you a client. I am the president. That's right. And what else we got here? Joe found out this weekend. Cousin Vinny uses the head blade. And Billy O'Brien. I don't know what that means. But hello there, William. All right. I did want to check in today. I hopefully will check in with you tomorrow. This weather sucks for me. I'm like a prisoner in the house today. The humidity. It's true about the humidity. It's a cliche, but I can take 90 degrees of dry heat. And I cannot take 90 degrees of 80% humidity. One thing I did do is I found a big hill in my town. And after dark, I walk up it a bunch of times. It's a super long, steep hill. I walked up and down 5 times. It took an hour and a half. That's something you might want to do. It's a pain in the ass to get, running is awful. You need to get some aerobic exercise. Running is terrible. Going to a gym, not for me, for a bunch of reasons. Simply waiting till it's dark, walk up and down a hill a bunch of times. And maybe even with a weight vest. You can get weight vests. You can use a backpack. You can just use a backpack, maybe 5-10 pounds in there. But if you're really gung-ho, you can get a weight vest with variable weights. You can get a 20-pound one, take out some weights if you want. That's another thing. But that's a great way to get some aerobics without screwing up the rest of your body. Check with your doctor before using a weight vest or a backpack going up and down a hill. And the amount of weight you use, you should work up to it. The amount of weight's different for everybody. Check with your doctor. Check with your physician. All right. It's good to talk to you, and I will talk to you soon. Bye now.